Hi guys, so in today's video I'm going to show you guys how I do my brows and shape them and clean them and all that shebang. If you guys do want to see and learn my technique, method if you want to call it, then please continue watching. If you guys haven't already, I would really appreciate it if you guys subscribe to my channel. I will be uploading videos on a weekly basis, and now that we're in lockdown, potentially more. We'll see. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And so as you guys may have seen from previous videos, what I do is I always put my concealer on and I let that set as I'm doing my brows, just because this way they actually get thicker. This gets thicker on, and you get better coverage, so perfect timing. In terms of brow products, I do use the NYX Fill and Fluff Brow Pomade Pencil, and I've recently started using two colors. I'll explain in a little bit why. And I use the Maybelline Eraser Concealer to clean around. So I used to always use the color Espresso, but I always notice, like, as you guys can see, my own eyebrow hair is dark, it's black. Like, maybe I should dye them, but I actually like my dark brows. And I used to use the color Espresso, and I noticed with that, it was nice, but you can still see, like, when it came to my tail, it was light. So I'm starting to use now the black, which is the darkest color they do, at the end, and then I use the Espresso in the beginning. So I'm gonna start off with Espresso, and what I do is I do the front bit of my brows, and then I do the tail. So let's begin. So this is what it looks like. And then it's got a brush at that end to just blend it out. I start lining. So what I do is I actually like draw lines and then I fill it in afterwards. As so. I lift my brows to do the line under. God, I hope I'm recording this well. And that's that for now. And then I go in with the black, and I start off where I finished with the Espresso and work my way down to do the tail. One way that I do my brows is I always, I don't rest my eyebrows, I don't let them be relaxed. I always like as you are to pose, like I always like have them lifted, if that makes sense. So they are always like ready for a photo. So I always like have them lifted, just because I've noticed that helps. And I'm just gonna carry on that line. I'll bring it down. Do the same on that side. With the rest of my brows, I always like, it's gonna sound weird, I don't know how to, I'm still learning how to record, guys, I'm sorry. So with the rest of my brow, like I sort of tilt my head and I work that product in at my arch. And then I just follow that tail. And I'll try and just connect the lines underneath. Same with that side, tilt. follow the line. 1, 2. Back in with the espresso color. I'm gonna start filling in the front bit. And with the brush end, softening it. And then back in with the black and filling in the tail. Generally speaking, I'm never super like precise and perfect with this. So like maybe one brow would just come out a little thicker, the other one, whatever, like it's fine, because that's where our concealer and our concealer brush comes in to help. So just taking in your, do you know what, you can use foundation or you can use your concealer. This is a tad bit darker than my actual concealer that I have on here, just because I need it to match my foundation. I don't need my brows around to look light. Okay, so with this bit, again, taking your brush, just cleaning around. One thing, I'm not too sure whether that's gonna come out on the video or not. As I'm using the brush isn't flat on my face. It's actually like slightly tilted. So it's not like flat against my head and I'm drawing the line. No, like it's actually just slightly like tilted. So it's the edge of the brush against my brow as I'm using it to clean up. So one thing I do to try and make sure that my eyebrows are symmetrical is like I'll like lift my brows just to see like are they still the same. Like I frown just to see like where my arch is. Like I'll lift my head up, like lift my head down to the side. Like you want to try and see from all angles that it's somewhat, because let's be real, brows will never be symmetrical. We can try, yeah, and like always like look back, go forward, like from the mirror. Don't just stay static, because sometimes if you're too close to your mirror, and when you go back, you're like, crap, it's actually not the same. So always try and like look back and forth. So either with like your sponge, which most of the time I use my sponge. I just got my brush over here. I blend out that concealer that I used around. And with any of the product left on here, to fade this bit in the middle, I just sort of go over it very lightly. I don't want it to look too harsh. And that's about it, guys. And this is what they look like. They're still not the same. Like, I very rarely get them the same. But it is what it is. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish off the rest of my makeup and I'll come back. So I've now finished all my makeup. Now my brows are done. One thing I didn't mention and I forgot to mention is when I've finished my base makeup and I'm setting everything, I do set my brows. With my setting powder, I just literally dust it over, and then that literally just like keeps it all in place. What I do sometimes do, and I did this off camera, is I did actually go over a bit of my brow just to make this one a tad bit higher. I know that it's still not symmetrical, but brows aren't meant to be twins, they're meant to be sisters. So, but I do try. Like, sometimes there are days where they're literally the same. I'm like, yes. There are days where the shape is different. Like, every time it comes out differently. But just embrace it, guys. Embrace the difference and just go with it. Sometimes, like, as you guys can see today, my eyebrows are quite arched. There are days where it's quite, like, straight. And it just depends on the look, really. Like, you just have fun. The beauty of makeup, you get to have fun with it, change your look around, just have fun with it. And but yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope it's been helpful. There's another brow technique that I do which gives me that laminated brow look, which I will do another time. But yeah, so guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and until next time, love you.